Hello, beautiful people. Let's make this meat pie together. If you want to see how I make this buttery and flaky meat pie, then keep watching this video to the end. Once again, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. To my old and new subscriber, I love you guys. Let's get into the video. The first step, we'll be making our meat pie dough. For our meat pie dough, we need flour, we need egg, we need water, sugar, baking powder, and margarine. That is what we'll be using to make our meat pie dough. For the list of the ingredients will be in the description box below. Please do check. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to add my butter or margarine into my flour and then mix my butter and my flour together. Right now, I'm just mixing my flour and butter together. So I'm going to be mixing this together until it is well combined. You mix together until the texture look like a breadcrumb. As you can see from this video, the texture we have. Then once you achieve this texture, the next thing is to add the rest of your dry ingredients. Your sugar, a pinch of salt, and your baking powder. So once you add your baking powder, then you mix everything together so that everything, the rest of the dry ingredients, can be well combined together with your flour and butter mixture. So the next thing we'll be adding now, after the mixture is well combined, is to add in your wet ingredient, that is your egg. So you add your egg, you create a hole or well at the middle of the flour, then you add your egg to it and mix it together. So once you mix your egg together with it, then the next thing, you start adding your water bit by bit. You're not going to add your water at once. You just keep adding it bit by bit, then you knead it together. You add your water bit by bit and knead until you finish adding your water. Then the next thing is to transfer on your work surface and knead everything together. Make sure you knead it very well. Then once you finish kneading it, you wrap it up and keep it in the fridge, not the freezer. You keep it in the fridge till when you are ready to use it. So that's that about our meat pie dough. So I'll put it in the fridge now, and then we move to making our meat pie sauce. So for our meat pie filling, we'll be using minced meat, that is grounded beef, Irish potato, carrots, some onions. We'll also be using some spices. I have curry and thyme with me. I have salt to taste. I have vegetable oil for frying. Then I have green paste and seasoning. So the first thing we'll be doing is to cook our Irish potato. So I'll be cooking my Irish potato. So I had my Irish to the pot, add some water, then I'm going to allow this to boil very well. At least boil it until it is properly cooked. So I allow this to cook for about 20 minutes. Then I remove it, I drain the water out. So the next thing, I'll start the frying process. So I'm going to return back my pot to the fire. Then I'll add my vegetable oil. I allow my oil to heat up a little bit. Then I add my diced onions to it. So I allow the onion to fry a little bit and release its flavor into it. Then the next thing that I am now adding now is my meat mix. So I'm going to be adding that is my grounded beef. So I'm going to be adding it and allow this to fry for a little bit. So you stir it together and allow it to fry. So there is a little bit of twist which is actually optional. So I had a little bit of grounded Scotch bonnet pepper. You can actually skip this process if you don't like pepper at all, or you don't want pepper in your meat pie filling. So the reason why I had the pepper is just to give it a little bit of heat. That's all. You can skip it. So the next thing I'm adding now is my spices. So I had my curry powder, then my thyme goes in. Then the next thing I'm adding is a blended of my green paste and my seasoning. So that's what I had. Then the last thing I'm now adding is my salt, just a little bit of salt to taste, and that's all. So I'm just going to stir in everything together and allow this to cook. As you can see, I did not add any water. The only water you see is the water that was released from the meat. So that was the only water that is there. So I allow everything to cook together until the water is dried. As you can see that the water has dried up. So the next thing I'm adding now is my Irish potato. So I had my Irish potato and I stir everything together. So I stir it together, I allow it to combine well with the meat mixture. So after that, I start adding my carrots to it. So I add my carrot to it and I also stir it very well. So the next thing I'm adding now is light soy sauce. It's actually optional. I'm adding it because I like the flavor that is just going to bring out in the meat pie filling. So if you don't have soy sauce, don't worry. So the last thing we'll be adding to our meat pie filling is the thickener, which is made up of flour and water. Just mix the two together, then you add it. So we are adding this to help our filling to properly combine together. So you're just going to mix that very well into it and allow it to just cook for about few minutes. And we've come to the end of making our meat pie filling. So now that our filling is ready, we bring out our meat pie dough from the fridge. Then I just cut it into smaller size so it will be easy for me to work with. So what I just did is to pick one portion at the time, then roll it out. So the next thing I'm doing now is to dust my work surface with a little bit of flour. Then I roll it out. I'm just going to roll it out. It's not going to be too thick and it's not going to be too thin, as you can see from what I have in this video. So I bring out my meat pie cutter, then I place it inside. I make sure that I place it very well inside. Can you see what I am doing in this video? So you make sure you set your meat pie dough very well. Then for your filling, you add it to one side of the meat pie. You can see what I am doing in this video. So I'm adding it to one. Another thing to take note is, do not overfill your meat pie. If you overfill it, it's going to burst out, it's going to open. So what I'm doing now, I'm sealing it up with water, just ordinary water. That is what I use to seal it up. So this will help it to close tightly very well. So then once you add that water all over it, then you close it and remove the excess, and that's it. Then the next thing is just gradually again open it, and you can see our meat pie. Look how lovely it look come out. Just follow the step, you are going to get it. And that's it about our meat pie. So I just line a baking paper and I arrange it on it. So let me show you guys one more step. So you pick another dough and we roll out again. So make sure you always remember to dust your work surface before rolling out. So you roll out, your meat pie should not be too thick and it should not be too thin. So then the next thing, you pick out your meat pie cutter. This time around, I'm using the big one, the big size of meat pie cutter. So you place your meat pie dough on it gently and let it sit very well on it. Make sure you place it gently on it before adding your filling to it. So once you've done that, you add your filling to just only one side of the pie. So don't over add your meat pie filling, just add it to only one side of it. So make sure you don't overfill your meat pie dough. You add your meat pie filling according to the size of the meat pie. That is how you should use to gauge it. So according to the size of your meat pie, you add your fillings to it. So, and always remember to always add it to just one side, and remember to always stick it with just ordinary water. You glue it down with just ordinary water. So once you finish this process, you just close it gently and open it again gently. So you can see, remember to remove the excess from the side. Once you close it, then you open it gradually again, and you see your meat pie coming out very clean. Can you see? So that's just that about meat pie. So if you enjoy this video, let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, and if you are here to subscribe, please stop now and go and subscribe and turn on your notification bell, so that when next I drop another recipe video, you will be notified. So I'll continue, so keep watching this video as I continue with the rest of the meat pie. So once I finish cutting my meat pie, I use my fork to poke some hole around it. Then I later egg wash it with some egg. So I just crack a whole egg, then I use it to egg wash it before placing it inside the oven. So now that I've finished egg washing everything, I'm just going to place it inside the oven and bake it. Once it's ready, I'm going to show you the result. So guys, our meat pie is ready. So I'll be waiting for you guys to try out your own, and I'll be waiting for the result and the response. So if you are here to subscribe, please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. So I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, keep believing in yourself. Thank you for watching. Bye bye guys.